Hi everyone. I am just using this platform at this moment, just a bit concerned. I'm a Jamaican and I'm a proud one. And I am so concerned about Jamaica and our people at this minute. We know what happened last October with Hurricane Melissa and the displacement of the people in the western side of the country and what is happening, right? And it's all over on the news. Whether you live in Jamaica or you live abroad, how the people in the West are begging or crying for assistance. People have been out in the cold from last year, October, until now. Children, adults, everybody. And we are seeing where private entities and all the artists and YouTubers and just common people going in and assisting. I don't know what the government is actually doing, but I'm not here to talk about the government not doing or doing from a political perspective. I am here to talk about people being human, have feelings, empathy. Think about others as yourself. If it was your family, would you want them to be suffering like this? It is so heart-rending and heartbreaking to see what is really happening with in Jamaica with these people and their kids. All of us hear how many people are suffering. I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos with people crying, people having placards come to the roadside asking for help. People are being displaced like this, and to me, I don't know what's happening. Where's the urgency of getting these people into somewhere safe, right? Health wise, also. Are we thinking about how it's affecting their health? Are we not? I know that people need electricity, and I do agree with them getting back electricity. But at the same time, we have to assess the situation. Some people would do well with somewhere to live, as in a house or a temporary shelter for a while. Because if everybody gets back electricity, not everybody have a house or somewhere to stay. How is the electricity coming back to everybody at once, beneficial to all? Because some people right now, yes, electricity come back in their area, but they don't have a house. What are they going to use? How will that benefit them personally or individually? If they will have a house or a shelter staying and the electricity come back, then they'll be able to utilize it as best as possible, right? But no, this thing calls for assessment, and people are educated and intelligent, so they're supposed to use that to the best of their ability. This is not about political gain or political side, who is on what side or who is taking up for green or orange. This is about talking for the people of Jamaica. And the people of Jamaica, you need to have a voice. Stop loving politicians and politics more than on yourself. Uno put them before uno self. Uno they suffer and yet uno they hold on to this. It no matter what side they're on. If they are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, uno need to talk about it. Uno see what's happening within the Caribbean with international governance. And it is serious. You can't say it not affect you because you don't know nothing about them there. Very soon you will know when it come knocking closer at your doorstep. We need to take a stance. There's so many things happening in Jamaica that is not accountable. People are not being held accountable for them, especially when it comes down to the government. And I realize there's a trend on social media. Anybody goes up and say anything that's happening in the government of Jamaica now, those that are for the green tend to come at them and start to point fingers instead of saying it is true. That means I don't love politics and politicians more than on yourself. They're not God. And if them a thief, them a thief. It doesn't matter what side. You come defending those people. And in defending them, you're doing wrong to your own fellow neighbors, brothers and sisters, and blood relatives. So if you stop talking about politics and politicians and talk about people of Jamaica, the taxes that you pay, is it working on behalf of you or just to go in a them pocket? We need to think about that. It's as if things are happening and everybody whispering and yet nobody wouldn't come out and talk. Go on the street peacefully demonstrate. What I need to do is when them announce that they are going to have meetings or they're coming to this community, going to that parish to meet and talk and press is going to come here, or not just not turn up. Make them one good day and make the press go when they realize nobody is there to represent the people in terms of community members or anything. Uno stay and ignore those areas. Make them say uno serious. Somebody had suggested that uno not buy nothing. Not even $1 is being spent for a day in Jamaica. And see what will happen. Uno need to get the attention of them. Uno just a whisper and it's continuing and it's going to affect us greatly. Negatively. It's time we stand up for what we believe in. People, you can't be whispering this and that. There's so many things happening. People are talking about, oh, kids are not being born anymore and so forth. But where you gonna, why have kids now? If you're looking in a realistical way, you gotta have your pitney now. You see how things are expensive. People can hardly afford to feed one or two mouths in an individual home because things are hiking. Jamaica is not producing or exporting anything to say this is what it is. It's just tourism. So if we don't have a next hurricane or natural disaster that affect the country and it hinders tourism, we drop down. Pop, square one. Why can't we look at a different sector? We can't just have tourism. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sectors. When one is done, the others keep it up instead of just relying on one. We've seen this happen over and over. Yet nobody does anything differently. Next thing, yes, on the topic of not having kids anymore. You can't afford to feed. You have your pitney them not live past 10-year-old. By then reach 10 and disappear, they're missing. Nobody knows where they are. The government not doing much. We just like not even 90 attack anymore. 2 days and talk about it and it done. Look at Jaden Smith from Manchester. So many things have been said, and I don't think this case has been handled appropriately. All the suspects are here and there and everywhere on their own, busy as usual as nothing happened. Yet, the Ministry of Education should come out and say something since they're involved in the principal of the school who had asked Manchester High not to participate in a demonstration that they held last year, right? You have those, the aunt and the uncle-in-law, the cousins or whatever. Why aren't they taken in and questioned individually? And the cousin, so-called mom of the child that got injured, went to Jamaica and left when she supposedly is the main suspect in the case. So many other children are missing. Unaccounted for, not turned up, nobody knows what's happening, and it's as if our children are missing. Look at what this government prioritizes. Look at their priority. Does it make sense how they prioritize things? When people talk, you hear they come out and say, oh, it is a very strategic way and we have to go and study this the way. We are not saying no. But how long are you going to be studying how to approach situations that are in dire need of attention while people are suffering? It's good to help the church. I'm a Christian and I believe that. But at this minute, for me personally, I think the funds that is going to be geared toward fixing up the church needs to be geared towards those people that are sleeping in the cold and need somewhere to go. That is what I'm talking about, priority. There's a lot more to talk about, but these are just some of the key areas that I think need urgent attention. And as I said, people of Jamaica, if you not stand up for yourself, who is going to stand up for you? We are going through it and we keep silent, we're whispering around the corners. It's time to go to the street peacefully. Let our voices be heard by our actions. Don't let every time the Prime Minister comes down, back in Christmas, I saw where he went to St. Elizabeth. And he was there with the kids, Christmas time, maybe giving them gifts. But after leaving, what happened? He went back home, comfortable home. What happened to the kids? Were they able to go into their comfortable beds and sleep? Did they have beds to go home to? Or even have a home? See what I'm talking about? And we embraced him. Everybody ran out and we were glad to take all these free gifts. We're not looking on the long haul, what is supposed to happen. And they study us, they know how to quelch certain things. Just bring them this, bring them that, and people are glad. I know they forget about their suffering. That mindset that is still haunting us from slavery. We need to get out of it. People need to start reading, learn constitutional rights, learn about all the laws that govern the land of Jamaica so we can start pull them and use them as our defense. Too long we are taking advantage of not knowing our rights. The government knows it, but they're not going to tell us, because if we don't know, it works best for them. So let us start knowing so that we can refer to when we need to. Take heed and let us stand up for ourselves. We can't have these people coming and take away Jamaica from us and just keeping us in slavery forever. How long? This is not right and it needs to stop.